Hey guys, and welcome to this video. I hope you're all safe and healthy, and please don't forget to take care of yourself and your loved ones. We live in a very uncertain time right now, and I hope that my videos are going to bring some distraction and are going to make you smile, at least for a while. In this video, I have a very exciting new release to show you, and we've been all waiting for this new release from Tom Ford, and these are the new Shade and Illuminate Eyes and Face, or Face and Eyes palettes, and I have two of them. I have Intensity 1 and Intensity 2, and in this video I'm going to be swatching them for you. I'm going to give you my first thoughts and impressions, and I'm going to show you how they apply on my face. There are 4 palettes available in total, but I have only 2 of these. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm very happy to have you here. Please subscribe right now and don't forget to leave me a comment at the end of this video so I can say hi. Join our wonderful beauty community. We are very supportive and we have amazing beauty experts here. And since we have a lot of makeup experts here, I want to ask you to leave me a comment and tell me what is the best Tom Ford makeup product that you own in your makeup collection. Let me know in the comments below. So let's go ahead and get started. Each of these palettes retails for $155 and I decided to pick 2 of the palettes. On the left you can see Red Harness and on the right is Moonlit Violet. I'm going to show you swatches of the palettes, and in this video I'm using different lighting and I filmed the video in different days and different times of the day so that you can really see how the colors look, and that's why you're going to see me in different outfits as I'm creating the makeup looks. Now this is Red Harness and I think this is my favorite, and this is natural light. The light that you can see right now is coming from the window. So right now I don't have any additional lighting, and now you're going to see also swatches from the palette, and this is in cloudy. The weather was cloudy when I was filming this swatches so that you can really see how they look, and the last 2 colors are the highlighter and the bronzer. I'm going to show you the highlighter now. This is the highlighter in the palette. As you can see, it is quite dark for my skin tone and it can be used as a highlighter unless I'm in the mood to use this kind of bronzy highlighter. And this is the bronzer. But the highlighter looks really beautiful on the eyes, used as eyeshadow. The texture of the bronzer is a little bit hard, so you have to use a dense brush when you want to pick up the bronzer. And all of the swatches I'm doing them with fingertips, so they are a little bit more intense than they would appear if you apply the colors with a brush. And now you can see the swatches with my lights on, so that's why they look a little bit more vibrant. And keep in mind that the swatches are done with my fingers. Now this is the next palette that I've chosen, and this is Moonlit Violet, and I really like the highlighter in this palette. It suits my skin tone perfectly. I guess that a lot of you are going to be interested in the purple eyeshadow color in this palette, so I'm going to swatch it next to the purple color from the Badass palette, which a lot of people loved, a lot of people didn't really like. This purple color here is a lot more silky, feels a lot more silky. And now you can see swatches of the Moonlit Violet palette in natural light. The weather is cloudy and the last 2 colors are the highlighter and the bronzer. Now you can see the highlighter and the bronzer with my lights on, and you can compare these to the other palette. As you can see, the highlighter is a lot paler than the highlighter in the other palette. And these are the swatches with my lights on, and that's why they appeared and they look a lot more vibrant. Now this is the purple color, and now I'm going to swatch also the Badass palette. Of the 2 palettes next to each other, and you can see the purple. This is the Badass palette and this is the Intensity 2. So now I'm going to swatch the Badass palette, the purple in the Badass palette, so that you can see how it compares to the other purple. Okay, first let me show you on my fingers. So on my ring finger is the Badass purple, and on my pinky is Intensity 2, the big palette. Okay, so this is the purple from the Badass palette, and this is the purple from Intensity 2, the big palette. As you can see, this one is a lot darker. This one appears to be more purple, but still it's not super intense. And when I apply this with a brush, definitely it's not going to be that intense. And now again, let me give you some close-ups of the swatches. And this one is the purple from the Badass palette. This one, from this up to here, is the Intensity 2 palette. And the first palette, Intensity 1. So the highlighter, the bronzer, and the 4 eyeshadows. Now I'm going to show you quickly how I created today's look, and I used the palest shade in the Red Harness palette and I applied it all over my mobile eyelid and up to the crease. You can use the brush or you can use fingertips if you want to have more intense color. These eyeshadows apply beautifully with fingertips. And then I used the darkest color and I applied this color in my crease. And I only used 2 colors for this look. And then I used again the darkest color for my lower lash line. I used this as eyeliner. And that's it. Then I just curled my eyelashes and I applied mascara. For highlighter, I used the highlighter from the Moonlit Violet palette because it suits better my skin tone. And I really like it. And I used the bronzer of the Red Harness palette just to warm up my skin a little bit. I don't like when my bronzer is too visible. And that's it, a very quick look that took me less than 10 minutes, and I applied a little bit of highlighter in the inner corners of my eyes. I used the same highlighter that I used on my face. Okay, so now I'm going to be using this palette and I'm going to use the highlighter on this side. I think it's going to be very beautiful. And I'm right. It is absolutely gorgeous. It appears to be very intense on the swatch, but I'm doing the swatch with my fingertip. I think this is going to look absolutely beautiful also on the eyes, and I'm very happy with this palette, definitely very happy. So let's go ahead and see. Now let's compare and let's try this highlighter on this side. I'm using a different brush. It's the same, but I have 2 of these brushes because I love using them for highlighter and for powder, and that's why I have 2 of them. So let's see how this is going to work. Okay, if I apply it let me show you. Let me actually get you a close-up. So this was the white highlighter. And this is the other one. So I'm sure that the camera is not going to show that, but this highlighter, the darker highlighter from Intensity 1 palette, definitely does not look like a highlighter on my skin. It looks, I can see the color. And for me, this is going to be an issue. I don't want to see the color. I think that this is going to work for my skin tone in the summer, like probably in August, when my skin tends to get its darkest color. But right now it doesn't work natural. I might wear it if I want to be like, if I want to feel a little bit more eccentric, but definitely I have to apply it very lightly, and it shows. I can clearly see that it's kind of a yellowish highlighter and it doesn't look natural at all. Now let me go ahead and use the bronzer, and again I'm going to be using on this side of my face. So I'm obviously applying a lot so that you can see how it looks, but I think it's going to work for me. I think it's going to work really nice. Of course, if I'm light-handed. Okay, so I cleaned the brush and I'm going to be using this bronzer on this side. So this bronzer is warmer and I prefer this one. I mean, if I had to choose. Also, the other one works nice and I can make it work, but this one works better for my skin tone. Okay, so today on my eyes, I'm going to be using Intensity 1 on this part of my face, and Intensity 2 is going to be on this part of my face. I'm starting by using the bronzer in my crease because I want to have something matte and brown in my crease. and I think the bronzer is going to be very suitable for that. Then I'm going to pick this bronzy color and I'm going to apply it all over my mobile eyelid. I'm going to be using my fingertip because I want the color to appear more vibrant. And then I'm going to blend with a brush. You can use only brush if you want to. And then I'm going to pick the red color and I'm going to blend it with the bronzy color only in my crease and the outer part of my eye. And then I'm going to highlight the inner corner of my eye using the palest shade in the palette. Next, I applied the bronzy and the red color on my lower lash line. I applied some black kohl eyeliner on my upper and lower lash line, and that's it. Now I'm going to create a quick look using the Moonlit Violet palette, and I'm starting with this pale lavender shade, and I'm going to be applying it on my mobile eyelid. And keep in mind that in this palette, the colors, the top two shades, are more shimmery and they are quite sheer. Then I'm going to take the darkest color and I'm going to intensify the look a little bit by applying the color in my crease and in the outer V of my eye. And I'm going to be using the palest shade in the palette to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. And then I'm going to line my eyes using the darkest shade in the palette. Okay, and this is the finished look with Intensity 2 Moonlit Violet, and I didn't use eyeliner here, I only applied a little bit of mascara. So this is how both my eyes look, and I didn't do complicated looks. It only took me a few minutes to do each of the looks. So obviously you can blend a lot more, and if you're more creative you can get a lot more out of these palettes. Okay, so overall I have to say that I really enjoy my purchase. I really like both palettes and I'm very happy with my purchase. Now this is probably not going to be the favorite product for everyone. I love Tom Ford makeup and I think I love both palettes. Now the bronzers in both palettes are a little bit hard, so you have to use a dense brush to pick them up, but this is not really an issue for me. And overall, I'm very happy with the palettes. If you're the kind of person who loves Pat McGrath eyeshadows, and the way Pat McGrath eyeshadows are very highly pigmented, very shimmery and kind of, I would say, extraordinary, you may not like these palettes. It all depends on your makeup style, and I hope that my swatches are going to help you to decide if these products are the right ones for you or not. Overall, I love them. I think that you can create a lot of different looks. I think that they look very subtle on the eyes. I think that they blend beautifully and they are not too pigmented, but this is something that I actually appreciate and this is something that I like. If you want to create more dramatic looks, you might not enjoy these palettes a lot. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram too. Stay safe and healthy, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye!